Friends, fiends! It's that time once again where you gather around and listen to the wonderful stories I have to tell. Isn't it awesome? Hell yeah. Anyway, when I was here last time, I told you all about how Taslinn reunited with her old flame Nax, and how he laid on the guilt thick. He then struck a bargain with the party. All of the details about the captured gnomes for the price of a date. Let's see how the party deals with all of this in these Demon Days.
I'm gonna open up my bag of holding, and I'm gonna pull out two things.
Okay.
I'm
A gun?
No.
Gun,
Blam,
another
blam.
bag.
A gun and another bigger gun.
It's my operation now.
The Danny DeVito gif of, I just go blasting.
I am going to pull out one of the, because I have a couple of the Skirl gems, just kind of loose, small, teeny tiny shards of the Skirl gems. And then I have that orby thing.
Oh, the weird blood orb thing that you had your sword suck out?
Yes, because even though it's all crumpled and stuff,
Yeah.
still have it. I didn't just leave it.
Right, okay.
I'll be like, well, I think it's important for you to have an idea of what these gems are that are being mined. So,
Okay.
And what they can do, like
and
the
what
staff.
they can do. The staff is just one part of it. And I will take the little gem shard and I'll use it to kind of dig into my palm enough to get the blood.
Okay.
So it can absorb some of the blood. And then I'll do what I learned from What's-Her-Face, because I can't remember her name, but which will cause it to levitate. and float.
Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa. There we go.
So for just that, it would be... no, that's... I have the information for the rift to tear that. Half your hit dice, roll that and subtract it from your HP.
Okay.
No, not
I'm
half.
a D8. I'm a D8. Yes, I'm a D8.
Sorry, not half. That's too much for that particular task of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I was
Maybe
I'm
a
just
fourth?
meh.
So,
2.5.
yeah, or just 2. Round it down.
Ow. I apparently am really feeling that guilt because I stuck my hand. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage? All right.
I was like, Caw!
Weirdly enough, you hurting yourself with the Skirl gem is a bit more startling for Nax than just popping and apparating in on his desk. And he kind of makes a faint lean forward and then catches himself. And then composes. Interesting.
Okay.
We prefer
Mental
it.
file there.
Prefer this information is for you and not to be passed on just yet.
Of course.
The woman who taught me this little trick, and I kind of bump the shard a little bit as it's floating, and it kind of just moves a little bit. Used several of these to, as Feder talked about, the ship to float
Oh.
a ship
Oh.
in air.
He straightens. Interesting.
But we have also used these larger versions of these, as I look at Yusuf, larger versions of these to close rifts across planes.
Largely coming from the abyss.
Rifts.
And I'm the one that shouldn't be talking. All right. Well, since we're just throwing it all out there.
Nax finds another compartment, reaches out a drink, pours himself, just sets the bottle on the table. Okay, riffs. Gonna have to help me out on this one.
Portals.
Portals.
Tears
Not like
across planes.
hoppity hop to the other part of the continent, just
Plane shifts.
like gates.
It kind of darkens. Yeah, so this thing can teleport you, or it rips. Like what?
It's a rip in reality.
And the gems can,
Close it, stitch it up, fix it.
and also potentially open them.
He downs his drink completely, and then grabs the bottle.
So these gems can be used for mind-boggling oddities and advancements, or they can be used for nefarious destruction.
Imagine 100 wizards trained with 100 gems, opening rifts to unspeakable horror at once on a battlefield. Imagine what that does to bolster the Dominion.
Especially in a war against Trost. I think Dagna Ruse was a dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
A testing point.
Now, how many of these gems have your men helped pull out of those mines?
Well, they haven't. The gnomes haven't been mining for too long, so we haven't achieved
Have they found any yet?
enough to maintain course, maintain our job.
The veins need to dry up. John, in my recollection, is there anyone that I can think of in Dagna Ruse that had the power to meld stone? Like, were there any druids or anything? Or
To melt?
meld. Like, move stone like
Stone shift? Or
stone shift or like...
Stone shape, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not really. There weren't too many magical users. Chesterfield dabbled, but it gave him really bad migraines,
Okay.
and he would get onto a tear, bad attitude, just be a real shithead when he tried those. It was kind of endearing, but you knew he was working on something that was a bit more earthen magically, to like melding and things like that.
Oh wait, you didn't say that out loud. Never mind. Just kidding.
As you meta,
As I meta. Nope, that's not happening.
roll a meta check.
I am the meta police. That's why I stopped myself. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of like off on a train of thought. He says, like, the veins need to dry up. They need to stop digging where they are.
Yes, Yusuf. We get it, Mr. Intensity. We are working on that now. Like I said, I was going to fix it.
So I guess the question is, you mentioned going into the Maw, getting down there into the Undercity, which we can do. It's risky and might have to fight our way in. But you could free them, that's one way. But not going to solve this problem if it's as serious as you're showing me here.
Why? Because you'll just help kidnap more gnomes?
If it means staying alive. But he doesn't finish the first thought, but then there's a new, like a but dot
Yeah, I was
dot
going to say,
here.
there's more than one person that would happily kill you, I'm sure.
Well, if we mess up his supply line, that'll certainly draw one, if not more, of them out.
What if you just take care of Bonham himself?
Well, you
How
just told us there's more than one of them.
Yeah, how do we know which one? Besides the fact, if all of this research says anything or is true, taking out one won't necessarily just insta-kill all the rest.
No.
We'll have to do it one at a time.
Or all at once.
I'm like slowly inching away from Yusuf. So I'm like,
But I will say this. You'll help free the gnomes. But I would suggest you also take care of the Bonham problem. Because his will be the anvil that crashes down in retaliation on us. Our fingerprints are over every part of this. By design.
Yeah, it'd be real handy for you if we got rid of Bonham for you, huh?
Of course. That
I'm like looking between Yusuf and Better.
that would
Like,
What the hell was the name of the archmage from Trost? What's her name?
Oh, we have to... I'm supposed to talk to her anyway.
I don't. It's in my
Galatha.
old-
Galatha.
Galatha. I
Thank
was
you.
like, it's in my last notebook.
Galatha.
Galatha.
Nice teleportation circle, Goliath.
Snarf, snarf.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Golotha knows Banham. They dated. Remember that.
Not surprising.
I can't help but, like, shoot you a small look, considering where we are, like, right now. I can't help.
I just kind of look back at him like, yeah, I know the irony, okay?
The 100 Wizards analogy that you used is frightening, but however many Bonhams could wield that same power if they went into the city and just started opening gates from the abyss, Tross would be overrun in a matter of minutes.
I mean, they can't all be Bonham because eventually there's only so far you can split your essence.
Yes, but 3 archmages to do a lot more damage than just regular wizards. That being said,
The bigger the rocks, the bigger the portal.
if Golotha is made aware of this, she might be more inclined to help.
And you're just saying this out loud? Because Nax doesn't understand that word you guys are saying. Like, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's being, like, very interested in this dynamic that's
Oh, I don't mind
Yeah.
saying shit that he doesn't understand in
Yeah.
front of him. I fully don't mind putting him slightly in his place in the grand scheme of what's happening.
Yeah.
So,
At a disadvantage for once.
John,
Yeah.
the Orby thingy,
Yes.
I pulled it out. It's been sitting on the table for like a good minute. Has it had any, you know how it was having like a little bit of influence
Oh.
way back? Is it like dead?
It is so dead.
It's dead? Okay.
Your friend the sword just completely sucked that thing dry.
Okay.
How are you?
Sucked the soul right out of that thing.
Right, well,
And remind me, we found it because I remember we found it in the caverns and stuff like that when we were trying to get down to.
The Dware and
We were-
Delve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a little space near it that also had a bunch of gems?
There was a larger Skirl thing there.
Yeah.
And then there was a blood on the ground nearby.
because we took
sit
some.
next.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
bag of Skirl
Yeah.
shards.
Yeah, because that's why I pulled it out, because I had thought that was like, you know, the experiment.
Yeah, above table, we still have the knife too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Skirl dagger.
Yeah. But I remember thinking that might have been like a weaponized experiment of the Skirl
Sure.
gems, because that was just in a hole where they were throwing people.
Yeah, you get the sense that it may have been a happy coincidence. There was something
Okay.
found there, and oopsie daisy.
Well, since it's not having any influence, I just pick it up and put it right back into the bag. Like, I don't even bring it up.
It was just a husk, an imploded husk.
That's great. Well, either way, there's a lot of plotting and variables that we would have to figure out, because I mean, one move could set off a chain reaction and we don't have enough information. I feel like this deal, and I look right at Nax, to go to the opalescent menagerie might give us a little bit more. Especially if whining and dining with the fuckers in the Neil, and
Nax adds very carefully, everyone is going to be there.
and if Bonham is there, and I look at Feder, your aunt is there.
I just now I'm just like flashing you and I am saying that this is the
Yeah, like I'm not
don't
I'm not gonna start dropping
Don't
names
go
or
there.
anything.
Yeah.
But people will be there.
When is this little pageant of yours?
He flips out a timepiece. Well, tomorrow. So there's a little bit of time.
Okay. Well, I look at Feder and Yusuf.
I'm just at this point, if like this is the fucking like thing we have to do, then like, sure, let's get it over with, you know. And I've already just got I've got my backup plan, you know, percolating in my head.
This was a lot. Not how I envisioned the evening going, but interesting nonetheless. I have a lot to think about, to confer with. Because if we do this, like you said, it's a chain reaction.
Well, I feel like we need to do this to get information in order to decide how we get in. Liberate the gnomes. Handle Bonham. Deal with whatever other shit we need to do here. And I actually just kind of look up at the ceiling. like, and fix it. Fix all of it.
You make it sound so easy.
It's not. It never is.
Well, don't let me keep you. I've got things to set in motion with this. Work out some stuff with getting you guys down there, if that's what you wish to do. Make preparations.
I'd tell your men, if this all comes through, that if they see us, they should turn the other way.
Indeed.
Because I don't know them. I'm just getting to know you.
I'll do my best.
Who else is down there guarding the gnomes?
Dominion, Alliance.
How many of them are drow?
None of them are from the Alliance are drow. Just
Good.
us. We are
It'll be easy to separate them then.
expendable muscle. That last little bit was at a bit of a pained flavor in the voice.
Find out what happened to all the other peeps you knew.
Yep.
I fully give zero shits about his dumb little pity party, and I will happily show that all over my face.
Taslinn, before you guys go, if you happen to see Maz, let him know he's wanted.
Okay. Will do.
All right, I
And I
must.
give just like a tiny little like bow.
Funny, there's no need for that, but he courtesies.
Oh yeah, I'm like up and pushing my chair in,
Yep, I'll leave you to it.
and do that
And-
very like officious, like tighten my suit coat and button the jacket.
I get up from my chair and push it in.
And he goes for he's got the bottle of liquor and he's just holding on to it. They'll let you out. Feel free to move about.
You know, some colored lights or Ferris wheel might brighten the place up a bit. And then I walk out the door.
You're really wanting that carnival.
It's just false advertising. It's use of what's out the door.
I'm putting the Skirl gem back into my bag and also kind of putting the papers together.
Mm-hmm.
And I momentarily like look at him just briefly and then also put them in my bag.
The papers?
Yes.
Okay.
That has like all the things about the simulacrum.
No, he said we could have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's still like it's still almost playful that he raises the eyebrow like, go ahead.
we have lodgings already arranged.
Indeed.
Would you like me to be back here tomorrow, or would you like me to meet you somewhere?
Well, if we're going to go to the show, we'll just meet at the lift. Or if you wish to, you know what? Surprise me.
I do love the challenge. Clothing.
Something that the Neil will never forget.
Okay. That means I need to go shopping. Unless you have something.
Well, I have things for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What am I going to take, Talonthane?
That'd be a sight to see, and I just walk out.
He closes the door and then opens up the entire closet of your clothes he's kept, hoping you'll
Just sniffing at an old dress.
just undresses, walks in the wardrobe, and just closes it and just sniffs for the next hour. No. Yeah, so you find your way back onto the docks, and the guards are still very alert, watchful, but they recognize you as allies, at least for now, and yeah.
As we walk by, I'm like, as you were, ladies.
A few of them scowl, but at the front of the ship, just like,
Question.
uh-huh.
Did I notice if, like, either in the meeting room or in Nax's bedroom or anywhere else there was still that portrait that I gave him? That huge piece.
Remind me of what it was.
I had given him a big giant portrait of essentially a combo of the two of us from the tarot cards that I had drawn. Let's see.
And it was like fairly big.
Yeah, it was big.
Big? Then it
Yeah.
would have been still above the bed.
Yeah, so it was a portrait of us together because he's the magician in my deck and I'm the devil.
Yep.
So, okay. So,
And you would have noticed that out of all the things in the room that have wear and tear, that one's been upkept perfectly. Perfectly.
so do I notice any of the people that obviously don't know me have any spark of recognition from that portrait if they ever went into, summoned?
Not the
there?
top, not the crew up top, no.
Okay.
At least not yet.
if,
Hey, she looks really familiar.
if anything, there's more of like that's where have I seen that before? But not they all don't get to really spend a lot of time in Nax's bedroom.
Clearly. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, you find yourself in the sink, a little bit away from the ship, free to do as you please.
It's probably after midnight at this point, yeah?
Yeah, you're getting at like 1-2-ish in the morning.
Well, shall we head back, get some sleep? I need to go shopping tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we have some other arrangements to make as well.
Okay.
And as we walk, I pull my journal out, the green one, and just put F. Yusuf the Pious heard of the wonders of the, opalescent menagerie.
That's my boy.
Any way you'd be available to accompany the two of us there tomorrow evening? Question mark.
Read my fucking mind.
He says it's the only thing in this city
That he wants to do.
that he'd love to do.
I hope those robes are done by tomorrow.
The pen off of paper, the moment pen off of paper, you get the most hurried scrawled yes that you've ever seen written in response.
And I write back, wonderful. Meet you at the top of the lift midday tomorrow? Question mark.
Yes.
And
More
then,
composed.
and then, any luck with those writs for the palace? Question mark.
Oh, shit.
The equivalent of it's been read.
And I just go, that's my fee. I look up and I'm like, Yusuf, how do you feel about the theater?
He just kind of smiles at Feder and he goes, that's a great idea.
And
I was having a similar thought.
I look at Taz and I'm like, listen, I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to be in the way, but I've got to make sure you're all right.
Yeah, I hear that and respect it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Probably am glad for that.
And I just kind of shrug. I'm trying to hide how, like, complex this has him feeling, but I'm trying to just be...
So same.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be supportive. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to work out some shit with your ex, and I don't want you to feel bad about it. Now, him committing war crimes...
Yeah.
Listen, the mental origami that Feder regularly commits to cover up all of the atrocities that his family commits simply because someone of sound mind put their name on a piece of paper is neither here nor there, but at least he's not forcing people into slavery. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, neither is
Yusuf,
Nax.
yeah, Yusuf doesn't blame Nax. He was given a job. He had no idea what the ramifications of that would be.
I know, I just want to make Nax feel bad about it. I have no reason not to.
I mean, the flip side of that is I will always take that blame because of...
I know. And
Yeah.
and he's realizing that, and he's like, oh, okay, this will only not, this doesn't make me actually feel better because it's just going to make you feel better. Okay, fine, all right, fine, fine. God, being an adult is so hard because, again, I'm only like 21 years old. I'm acting very mature for my age. You cradle robber.
I am a cradle robber. I'm like 29.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down. It's fine. 10 years difference is not that bad.
Yeah, I know.
Or 8, as we're talking about. in the
Actually,
game.
what's really super funny is that the more John is kind of like, yeah, you've been gone for 6 years. I'm like, that's pushing my age even more. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
kinda
that's the math that Feder was doing of like, oh, so you were an adult for like how long? Like,
yeah, because if, like, I think the way that we had worked it out, or I had worked it out, was I had only been gone for 3. But when he was like, yeah, you've been gone for 6 years, I'm like, okay, I either need to shift all of that sooner, or now I'm like 32. Well, shopping? Or do you think our...
well, it's midnight.
Yeah, we probably gotta
No,
wait till
shopping tomorrow.
Yes.
Or do you think our lovely friends back in Trost will be able to put something together for me?
Do we have a way there?
Well, the note through the bag.
Oh, no. I mean, it may be for Yusuf. I think we shop local, shop trendy. You want to be style, but like the height of what's going on right now, right? You want to be the moment, right? This is what we're doing. Like, if we're gonna do it,
I want to be me. Like, I don't care what the fuck they're
Okay.
wearing. Whoever's in the Neil can suck their own shit.
that's certainly
That is a
one way.
vivid image.
Speaking of which, we should probably check on House at some point.
I mean, it's been a day. He's still okay.
He's probably fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just got a potential friend of Yusuf's just...
Just the look on Yusuf's face is priceless. Look, man, it's the best toilet in town. We should charge five silver per go.
It is pretty clean.
Yeah.
As you all get further into the city and start doing your zigzag to get back to... You're still planning on nestled rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along the way, Feder, your passives are
Oh,
good
yeah.
enough to pick this up.
Sure.
Only because I rolled a 2. You clock a thing in the sky. Broom person on it, just kind of floating around, not necessarily beat on you, just... Well, they got a beat on somebody. They're coasting along, and they're just...
I'll point it out to Taz and Yusuf, and I'll be like, somebody with a little bit of range want to try to get the attention of our friend with the bow on the broom.
And no sooner do you say that you see an arrow just right at, like, fing, right at the person on the broom connect, and the broom wobble and start to go down.
How high up are they?
Maybe 40, 50 feet.
How far away distance-wise?
Dozen blocks or so. Like,
Well, fuck. I'm gonna eschew all of the things of the city as far as like moving circuitously,
Yeah, he's going in a straight line.
and I'm just like full triple movement, just booking it in that direction. Like rogue powers activate,
okay.
and I'll just try to keep my eye on her as she's like wobbling.
Yeah. It's not an immediate, like, complete drop. It's a fight. But clearly they were hit.
Right.
And they're going down, and eventually you lose sight of them, roughly towards the, I guess, the east, and
Yeah.
start making your way.
It's not even really a moral thing. It's just Feder's blood's up, and he's ready to fucking. And this looks like a means to apply that energy.
Yusuf's behind him, trucking along.
Same.
You eventually you start looking through alleys. Like, okay, there, not there. You're getting close to the direction on the horizon that you see. And it takes you a little bit, a few minutes. And you find a particular alley that you turn into. And you see on the ground a broken broom. And on the ground face down, well, on their side, a tall female Firbolg with a shoulder-length hair and the bow in the head.
No, Kiki.
And an arrow in the eye. They're writhing a bit. And it's hard to place where the arrow came from because you've traveled a bit of distance.
Right.
So they're just struggling with the arrow and
so I'm
crying out.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm going to take up a position over top because I know eventually, even though I kind of burned past Yusuf, he'll get here in a minute. And I'm like, I'm just going to like take a position over her body and then just start scanning, eye for detail. 21.
21. You don't see anything in the immediate, so you're fine for the moment.
Right. And I've got Death's Parlay in one hand and the Dragon Tooth Dagger in the other.
As you got Death Parley out, it's like, is something coming?
No, let's hope so.
And yeah, no, she's not in a very good place right now. You all arrive pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Federer's there first, but like seconds, like, and Federer's got kind of a defensive position going in these initial moments.
Yeah, I think once we get there, I know Yusuf is gonna immediately rush to the side and do the paladin healy thing. Yeah?
I'm gonna try to take the arrow out.
Yusuf, would it be helpful if, you had somebody else pulling the arrow as you were healing?
Probably.
Just let her die.
Is it an arrow or a bolt? Was it fired by a bow or a crossbow?
He said it was an arrow.
Well, we were also 12 blocks away, so now that we're closer.
It was an arrow with the words no. It's an arrow.
How far is it into her head?
Pretty jammed in there, but nothing in the brain.
All right. Well, she might lose an eye, but so yeah, Yusuf casts a spell, and there is just a sloughed like hum and glow, and you start to see green fireflies just kind of show up in like a 30-foot radius from him. And he's like, "All right, is anyone else trained in medicine?"
Nope.
I believe I nope. Wrong character.
Okay. Then I guess
Not this
let's
one.
do it. He's going to try and pull the arrow out while the spell continues. So he cast Aura of Vitality.
Uh-huh.
Healing energy radiates from you in an aura of 30-foot radius until the spell ends. The aura moves with you, centered on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including you, to regain 2d6 hit points. So
Okay.
that's a round. So he's going to do a medicine check and try and remove the arrow and heal her at the same time. He's just going to keep this up for the next, because it's concentration up to a minute.
Okay.
Ooh, hot damn. 17 medicine, 16, and she gets 7 points back. So that's what he's doing this round. He's trying to heal and stabilize her, so to speak.
Pulling out the arrow and doing the healing on the...
Yeah, and you see the fireflies just kind of all like converge on her in like just like a wave, like all of them in the 30-foot radius around him, just like slamming into her,
Yeah.
and then coming back out. It's just like a pulse.
And the thrashing that she has been doing slows a bit, and she starts to calm down a little bit. She's still kind of shaking and whimpering, but you're able to succeed in pulling that out. And with the help of the butterflies and the extra spell, you kind of managed to take care of that so it doesn't get worse. But I mean, the eye does come out with the arrow.
Yeah.
It's gone. Her end.
So, what the alley that we're in, like, how tall are the buildings on each side of us?
Maybe 20 feet, like not too tall.
Okay. As soon as like the
Like 2-story.
Yeah, two stories.
The aura goes like a flash, I'm just like up on a roof. Like I just find footholds or whatever and just try to like kip acrobatically. Like in my head, the anime, it's just like you see Feder, he was on the ground, and then all of a sudden he's just like, and he just like
Boy knows how to climb.
is up on the roof.
Okay, and as soon as you get to the roof, you scan, and I mean, don't even need the roll, but you see someone scampering with a bow, a long bow, and scampering from rooftop to rooftop. They're kind of zigzagging.
Oh.
They seem to be a lone sniper.
Sure.
As far as you can tell, you can't see anyone with them, but they're hopping, looking.
Yeah. The anime jacket removal. Like, just like, yeah, and it's just
All I hear is Katie just gush.
anime jacket removal. The jacket like floats down, lands at Taslinn's feet on the ground,
I'll pick it up, throw it over his shoulder.
and I am just roof chase powers activate.
Awesome. And for this, the roofs in a large string are relatively close enough together, so you can get some
Oh
good.
yeah, we're full.
Was this guy running towards where she fell, or like trying to leave?
They're looking, so they don't notice Feder just yet. So in this first initial round
They're
of
not
this,
gonna either.
they're hopping from place to place, looking down, hoping to see, and okay, make sure they're dead, sort of thing.
And I'll try to swing a little wide.
Okay.
Like if I see if I can clock where they're trying to look, I want to just go like, even if it's on the other side of a pitched roof, just to give himself a little bit of cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they you seem to escape their notice so far. I would roll a stealth on this.
Yeah.
Because they're on high alert, but they're not. I mean, they're not rolling too high.
That is a 14, and I was hoping for a low number because Feder's not trying too hard here. He's doing instinctually what he thinks is right, but he's just about closing the distance.
Yeah.
And
He couldn't punch Nax in the face, so he's gonna go punch somebody else.
For whatever reason, whether it's a gust of wind or the person hitting on a tile on the roof and it making a noise and looking over, they're too preoccupied with trying to find their target and getting another shot to the head that you get pretty close. For, I would say, maybe one more stealth as you get right up there, whether or not you
Okay.
care. You're within reach. This is taking a few moments.
15, that's 22.
22. I don't see it. How you?
Okay, so here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I wait until they like peek down over the roof, and here's the camera shot, right? We're on
Yeah.
a crane. We're looking up at the person over the roof, like looking down into the alley. Camera comes up and tilts over the top of like the pitched roof, and like the moon is behind it, and you just see Feder shoot into the air like over like Spawn, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a full Batman Spawn moment, and just shoot in the air and like Vampire Hunter D style, like just got the big wind up, like with Death's parlay, and just like and is just ready to just drop just 2 daggers into this dude.
All right. Roll your attack with advantage.
Oh boy. 18 on the die is with Death's parlay. Oh, it's only 19 and 20, right?
Yeah.
Is a 18 and 6, 26
Oh yeah.
to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many rounds has this been while he's hunting? I'm just rolling damage that she's getting back.
Oh, gotcha. Probably 2 or 3.
Okay, if it's 2, she's gotten 13 more hit points back.
Okay.
18, 22.
It's roughly around there.
Okay.
Because I imagine Feder was dashing the whole time. Just
11 next round.
And the
20,
guy-
29 points of damage as it just like I land it just right in the clavicle. Just
oh
like,
yeah. Not a very high hit point guy. This guy is seems to be a grunt, trying to just take care of business, cheaply bought.
right.
You sent as you kill him, however you violently do.
So,
he's very much
just-
low level criminal
Yeah,
here.
so I'm just riding him down, and then just like the offhand is just like just
shank,
shanking
shank.
him, and there's just blood coming up into his face.
And you're going from the roof down to the ground, riding him down the thing, or just,
Oh sure, oh why not? Fuck, let's just ride him down to the ground.
nice.
No, I would have tried to keep him on the roof.
Okay, then cool.
So yeah, I pull him back, and it's just like, and then it's like
the right hand dagger comes into his clavicle and pulls him back, and then the left is just reached around like right under his
Right
sternum,
into the chest,
and it's just
yeah.
like, and I'm just pulling him back into the.
The blade does catch on the buttons of the shirt and a pocket, and you notice a piece of paper starting to slip as the blood's coming out. So you have a deck save to grab that.
Oh yeah, sure, fine. I figured I would load it after, but let's keep the paper clean.
Well, it's just the back and forth stabbing. You've got a particularly.
Oh no, that's not great too. But my dex is 10. It's a 10.
10? You just catch it, like your fingertips.
Yeah.
As like a nice gust of wind comes in and starts to take the paper away, and you're like, got it. And the blood on your hands has helped kind of hold on, get enough of a grip on this. So you've got something, and it's just a paper with a bit of an instruction on it. But it just says, take care of the flying one.
Anything notable about the handwriting? Any sort of anything notable about the paper?
It's in infernal script.
Oh, fun. Infernal script. Interesting. And I'll roll what's left of the body. Any other identifying markers, cloaks, rings, anything to signify who they were?
You see on the body, well, first of all, 3 pieces of silver, and also a brand on the skin. And it's a sigil. Do a history check of your infernal sigils.
That's not what I studied best in class. Oh yeah, that's an 8.
8?
Yeah.
The design that's branded in him is a hand with a sigil inside. The hand part doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, but this feels... You get Cania from the sigil.
Great. So what I'm going to do is
Tell Yusuf about the blackguard in town.
is flay all the skin off his hand, so I have that to take with me.
All right. Do a medicine check, I guess, or actually whichever
Sleight
check.
of hand.
It would be
Sleight
sleight
of
of hand because
'Cause
he's
I can
dead
do-
now,
I
so
mean, it's
he doesn't need medicine.
He's an object.
taking the hand.
He always was.
Well, I mean, like taking the skin off the hand well
Sure.
enough to.
I mean, he could just
That would
cut
be a
the
survival
hand.
check because he's skinning.
Yeah, that would be.
all right. Well, if it's sleight of hand, it's an 18. If it's a survival check, it's a 17.
Yeah, go with the higher one. That's either way. It's fine. You're skilled enough with the blade. And Dust Parlay is having a ball.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. This is great. I appreciate everything you're
As
doing.
it's like stacking, I can imagine
like-
it's just stacking paper, stamping, being like, yes, this is great.
Stack that bloody cheddar.
So clerical.
As he says that, I'll just slide it in real slow, like one last time.
Oh no! He's professional. That is much appreciated.
I'm like,
Notary stamp. Thunk.
oh my god.
That's
I'm
amazing.
like, good work, and I'll just like flick the blood off of it, and then like wipe it off and put it back in my, and then just like,
Pleasure doing business with you.
yeah, and then just like one swift movement, like Underworld style, just hop off the roof, like
Nice.
then-
And it doesn't take you too long. I mean, you still have to do speedy movements to get to them in about 2-3 rounds. But
yeah. And I'll
You
make
reach
my
a-
way back as they're sitting there, and I'll just like throw the skin like at the ground. And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, we totally forgot to tell you that the Blackguard's probably in town."
What?
Yeah, the assassin was fucking Canian, right? That's Cania. Anyone know anything more about that?
Yusuf, history on that skin he just gave you.
Well, how do you make a concentration check in this game? Is it just a...
It's a
Con
save.
Con save.
Okay, 16. He doesn't lose the spell. It
Okay.
keeps going.
Okay.
Really? 15. History.
The sigil, is a Cania symbol, but what's perhaps more alarming than any of it is the hand, the open hand around the sigil of Cania, in that you know of a special ops. Blackguard is one aspect, and you were kind of going towards that direction.
Uh-huh.
But there is more of a rogue ops if you will, that operates as the hand of Mephistopheles, aka the hand of Cania. And they're rough, they're vile, they're evil, but they are the hand of Cania. They are for extraction.
Cool.
And you know that their goal is retrieval. That symbol means they're after something. And your mind is putting 2 and 2 together. Like, what could they possibly be after? Cania is not one to just randomly. Yeah, so that element brings you a little bit of alarm.
And Fetter's just full keyed up. He's just like, all right, so what the fuck do they want with her, huh? Hey, you awake? Hi.
She's recovering, but she's still in a bit of shock.
Why the fuck are people shooting at you? What did you do?
Fetter, calm down. It's
It's
okay. You don't have to talk right now. It's fine.
Why can't I? What's going on? Why
You
can't
got shot in the eyeball. It wasn't saved. But you were.
Okay.
Just keep your eye closed.
I walk up next to Fetter. I am wearing your jacket. Not
Oh, yeah, it's cold out. It's chilly
wearing
out.
it.
You know, we're on the water and it's nighttime, right? It's a little chilly.
And I just kind of lean over and whisper to Fetter and be like, didn't Gal say that she was descended from a particular powerful wizard?
No, yeah. She had some baggage. I thought maybe you think this is part of the Norath deal?
Well, I mean, if Cania is involved,
Yeah,
It
I
might-
just can't tell. And I'm just like, Fetter's just like hastily rolling a smoke and just like pacing a bit, and he's just like, I can't tell how much all of our own shit is in everybody else's shit. It's just like recursive levels of shit. And he's just trying to like spark up his fucking cigarette. He's just like, fucking Cania, goddamn blackguard.
Yusuf is looking at her and looking at the surroundings and at her, and he closes his eyes and starts shaking his head. He's like, I
do some prestidigitation to light his cigarette
Okay.
because it's very clear he needs it right now.
Because I'm just.
He held in a lot when we were in
And
the
just-
Carnival Mysterio, apparently.
And he's just doing that thing where he's just talking through the cigarette, where he's just like, "There's fucking God, every last goddamn one of these."
Yusuf picks her up like someone grab her broom.
What are we gonna do, Yusuf? Take her back to
Hoos.
the inn? Who's?
Come on. And he starts walking towards Hoos.
I mean, it is a safe house. It's the whole point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You start making your way to who's walking food.
He's so upset right now. He's so angry. He's like,
So picture this.
This is the best option.
So you're carrying this person, and you're upset and in your head, and Fetter, you're just like smoking.
I'm full Hannibal. I look like the coroner from every 80s horror movie that's like eating a sandwich over a dead body while smoking a cigarette. Like, I'm just up to my elbows in some dumbass's blood, just splatter on my face, just mumbling to myself like John Constantine walking through town, just like all these fuckers.
I take off one of my sashes and I'm just like, and I start using it to like wipe the blood off of Fetter's arms. I'm just
So
like, it's okay, Fetter. Like, yes, we knew this was gonna get complicated. I get it.
Yeah, man,
I'm also reeling. I did not realize it was going to be this complicated.
I'm sorry. It's been a day.
Yeah.
Listen, are you good? No, let's forget about me. Forget about me right now.
No.
I'm fine.
No.
I'm really good. No, I'm super good. I'm like really, and I'm like
just
fiddling with the
shake his
top of
head
my flask
as
to try to like,
walking
yep,
away.
no, we're good. I'm good. I'm the good one. You've had a really tough. I'm supportive. I'm
the good
I am
one.
doing the thing that is being supportive, and
You're being absolutely
but
wonderful.
no, but I'm
Just
trying not to
killing it.
be that guy. I want to be better. I am better. I am in control of my impulses, and I am better.
I continue to unscrew his flask.
Thank you.
And then just help, like literally
no.
hand over hand, the flask up to his mouth.
Yes, no, I appreciate that. No, I got it. Thank you.
I'm whispering a 16 persuasion just to her to try and keep her calm. And
Oh, the girl you're holding.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to just not be like, who sent you? Like, just like immediately get in her face.
It's like,
just like
she is barely
just
conscious.
grab her by the bow and be like, hey,
She does register vaguely what you say, but at a certain point she does pass out from exhaustion and shock. But the healing you have done is good, but she also took some fall damage, so she's in rough shape, but good. Just she is out, and she's not very heavy as you carry her, but not like because she's dead. She's alive.
Right.
No, but seriously, like I'm not jealous at all. I'm totally fine. This is all fine.
It's okay if you're jealous. It's okay.
I mean, just like a little bit. Like, I feel like a reasonable amount, but like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like, but also, like, I get it. Like, no, it's complicated for you. I get it. But like, also, like,
She got
fuck that guy.
about
Like, that
80
guy
points
hurt you.
back.
Like,
Okay.
you're like the best. Like, do you know? Like, you're like, fuck what? Like, oh, you ruined my fucking life, and then I had to kidnap some kids. Like, fuck that. Like. Like this fucking guy, like I'm sorry. No, we're good. No, I'm the good one. I'm fine. We're fine. You're doing great. I'm helping you do great. How are you? How are we doing? How are you doing?
You are also doing great, honey, but
Fuck.
these feelings yes. These are important feelings and I want you to be able to express them.
No. This isn't about me right now. It's about you, and I'm trying to remove myself. I want to be present in the moment and help, and I'm helping you. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm fucking this up. I'm not. I'm trying.
No, you're not. You're not
Okay,
fucking this up.
all right.
I'm still like cleaning the
No,
blood.
see, you're doing that thing. No, that's fine. You can leave that. That's. I got to think. No, because I don't want to. Just I hate it when like I get mad and then all of a sudden the other person gets hurt about me being mad and then I'm fit. Like no, but like how are you? No, let's talk about you. How are you doing? I'm just huffing like a fucking chimney, like just.
I'm not hurt by your anger. It's okay. Like I get it. There's a certain little bit of Nax that does deserve to be punched in the face fairly frequently. I messed things up. That was we did, and I just kind of like motion explosion with my hands. Before I left and didn't leave on good terms. So that's not all him, sweetie. That's also me. It's okay to be jealous. It's absolutely okay to be jealous.
Just like a little bit though, like just a little bit. Like, I mean, come on, like fucking like, whoa, like I want to take you out to a fucking fancy fucking play because you fucked up my life. Like fuck that. Like, you go to nice plays when you're doing good things. You're having a nice time because you're nice boys and nice girls doing nice things. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
I don't think it's a date in the sense of like it's a date. I mean, could it be that he's like, hey, I'm gonna turn this person in to up my status? Who knows? Possibly.
I'll fucking murder him.
I'm aware.
Sorry, I'm trying to apologize to like the passed out furball. I'm really sorry. Are you like?
It's okay. She needs sleep. It's cool. Focus. Okay. So there's lots of reasons that this could be happening. I'm just as on guard about it as you are. Is there a little bit of broken heart syndrome that's happening? Not gonna lie, yes. Would it be super awesome in my dreams if the three of us had like a little like thing? Also, yes, totally cool. Understand that that's not a possibility or could ever be in a realm possibly because punching in face and then
No. I mean,
He just stops walking and turns around. It's just like,
what?
we're having a moment.
What?
he turns back around and keeps walking.
No, I mean, look, he's cute, whatever. Like, I don't even fucking care. It's just like, it's all the pouty shit. You know what I mean? It's all the like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, sure, I'd be heartbroken. Like, if you fucking disappeared on me randomly out of nowhere. I mean, listen, this is whatever it is. Like, we are whatever we are, and we haven't really put any firm boundaries on that, and I'm fine with that. But I think you're great. And I think you're pretty rad. And if you disappeared, sure, I'd be pissed.
Yusuf stops again and turns around. Would you
What?
kiss him, please?
No, that's not what this is about.
Moments. And I just kick him in the butt.
But listen, like, I fully understand. Like,
Flat-footed, just
like, it would be great. Like, here's what I thought. Okay, this is what I was thinking. Before that, this is what I was thinking. I would show up. This guy's a fucking some random skullduggery, right? Sells some drugs, whatever. fucking, random steal from this guy, give to that guy, whatever.
Yusuf continues to walk.
But like, you know what I mean? And then like, oh, like he's dashing and what I'm like, oh, that's fine. And then like we all like fucking, he doesn't hate you because how could you? And then like, and then we all end up fucking. And then this is great. And then like the big tall guy is like in the corner beaten off because he's got a bunch of like weird military repression, That's what I thought was going to happen. Like that's what I thought was going to happen, right? But now he's all fucking tied up and fucking up Yusuf shit. Like he's like a sweet dumb how far away is he gone? He's like a sweet.
I heard it.
He's like a sweet dumb boy, and he's never done a bad thing in his life, which I'm sure means that he's done some terrible shit in his life. Because not one of us is good, not a single one of us.
I have.
But like, all I'm saying is that like fuck, like why does this have to be like this? And like why does he want to go to a fucking like God? I just want to punch stuff. Like listen. There's usually a very calm and reasonable, rational way to deal with all of this. But like, I don't understand what's happening, and I don't like it. You're great. You look really pretty right now. Fuck.
You reach the house, and as you arrive, you just see sitting against the side of the entryway, Zephina, sitting leaning back against the house, just popping her head against the building and just humming.
Hey.
Oh, hi. She sees the tableau of chaos on display.
Oh no! Like we sent him still walking.
Oh, you guys didn't go in?
He's ahead
of
of
us.
us.
Well, she registers in that you're holding a body. Like, what did you do?
Saved her.
Oh, okay. Well,
Step to the left for a second.
okay. She gets up. Like,
He goes, who's?
house shifts a little bit, and Zephina's like, "What the fuck?"
Just hang on a second and do not follow me in right away. Who's? I want you to taste. These are friends. And he kind of pushes her head into the door as it opens a little bit.
Into the door. The friend you're carrying.
Like just
friend. Okay.
Also friend. She's been tapping her head against you probably the last, I don't know, how long have you been here?
A while.
The last
dozed
while.
off.
Put your hand on the wall. Also friend.
She does, and just like keeps her eyes on you, like,
She feels it just slowly sink in a little bit.
huh.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming in.
She touches again, like, starts petting it, like, huh?
Oh, he likes pets.
This thing is alive.
Remember Bunky?
Her eyes just like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's? Can we come in, please?
The door opens with no sound.
Thanks, buddy.
It's not simulating the latch at all.
Walk in.
She walks in too, just like, I'm gonna explore. Starts moving around.
Pet.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. Oh, obviously. You
Like
big-
singing.
You big guy. Singing, okay.
Yeah.
I'm petting you. Who? And she starts walking around and just rubbing every surface.
I take. I just realized I don't know her name. I take her to one of the quote unquote bedrooms and I lay her down on a bed so that she can rest.
Just the one bedroom, the one upstairs.
Yep. And I'll sit with her and wait for these two to show up.
So,
So yeah, Fetter is
So-
basically like, "You're great, fuck," and I just stop, and I kind of like turn instead of walking next to him and everything. I turn towards you,
yeah.
staring you straight in the face, put my arms around you, and just go like take a deep breath. I'm like, I understand everything that you're feeling right now. It's super complicated. This whole place has kind of been a lot. And I so appreciate, and I like plant a kiss on each cheek in between like the words. I so appreciate you and your feelings about me and Nax and like his part in it, but I deflate a little bit. He would not be here if it weren't for me. I made a mistake that cost him everything. And he would have not had to make this deal if it weren't for me. This deal was for him to survive, and so he didn't fuck with Yusuf's shit. If anything, I fucked with Yusuf's shit.
It's just not fair.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
really not.
Your life's been hard enough. You did what you had to do. I just want to fix this. I really do. And I can't, and it's a little scary.
But we can fix this. And it might be that the step to that is the opalescent menagerie. We have the three of us, the four of us before Lisa left. We did so much.
Yeah.
And if there's any opportunity to fix all of this, the city, what happened with Yusuf's people, what happened with Nax and the Mengen Alar, and dealing with this Bonham guy, dealing with Cheshire and Little Thing, and whatever the fuck is going on with our families,
And just shakes my head. Yeah.
it would be now. It would be who we are now.
Yeah. And I'll reach out and I'll take both of her hands and I'll lean in and kiss her. And then just kind of clasp the one hand and turn, and there's a straight line headed to house. And
We can walk it.
No, there's a straight line headed to house. And Feder turns to the left, down a side alley, double backs on something, and slowly kind of meanders his way towards house.
And I'll like lean into his side.
Yeah.
Rescuing the gnomes? A date night at a silly opera? Kenny on the hunt in Skypoint? Dang! That's a lot of pieces up in the air. Well, one of them isn't in the air anymore because she got shut down. Too soon? Oof, tough crowd. Anyway, I must be off. I hope you'll join me and my special jug again sometime soon for more infernal shenanigans in these demon days.
You never got to negotiate with Cass.
I never got to negotiate with Cass.
Next time on Sword Talk.
Yeah, I barely got to tell Yusuf that there's assassins after him, so I'm glad we managed to squeeze that in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I kind of like, yes, it's a great ending point, but I'm like, for an episode, I want to keep going. But that's okay. Whatever you guys want to do. Oh, you want to twist the dagger into Yusuf
Just
now?
making it worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
You tease us with wrestling, John, and then all of a sudden it's just all this
Yeah.
slow motion
The second
car
that
crash
there
of
was,
bullshit.
Like, the WWE, I was like, oh, there's the Easter egg he was talking about.
Yeah.
And then all this bullshit.
Get you in with the thought of wrestling, and then just hit you with a bunch of emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Damage.
Dress attire. Wonder where that music's coming from.
I think someone's playing a lute outside.
Didn't. Wow. Brain. Hold on a second.
Didn't matter.
Okay. Edit.